Wonder if anyone's gonna come over. Three and three, nice. Welcome, whoever's here. That was quick. 3 watching, 3 likes, 37 seconds in. Sweet. Ah, Lecter, my homie, what's up? Sigmund, what's up? How you feeling? Terrible. No job, destroyed my car, got charged with OUI. Not feeling so good. Just to let you know. Crystal Keith has joined us with a link. I don't know what that link is, but Crystal Keith is here. I had 5, now I have 4. Damn it. Hey, can you guys copy and paste that link? I can't do it when I'm live streaming, but Crystal Keith has a link right there that apparently needs to be shared. So if someone could help me with that, I think that's great. Back down to 3 watching. It shows many kidnapped children, locations, etc. Is this Pizzagate related? Is this Pizzagate related? Okay, nice. All right, so everybody who's here, I mean, we have... All right, we're back up to 5. That's good. We'll probably... It's 2 minutes, 17 seconds in, 5 watching, 4 likes. We'll probably top out at... I don't know. I think we'll top out at 11. So if you guys could share the link that Crystal Keith provided, I think that's great. One of the biggest scandals since 9/11 is Pizzagate. All right, Sigmund Floyd is going to save it and watch it later. I mean, there's criminal elements within the government and big business that literally, they rape kids all day. Okay? That's what Pizzagate is, for those of you guys who don't know already. Again, I'm not making accusations, I'm just saying. When there are hundreds of thousands of videos and evidence on the internet, you got to take a look. You got to at least take a look. So that's all I'm suggesting, is that you take a look at Crystal's link. And if you're not into, the kind of stuff that I and obviously Crystal are into, and I haven't seen the link yet, but it might be a little bit hard to believe, it's not fake. It's very real. These characters literally rape kids all day, and they've been doing it for thousands of years, and now it's finally getting exposed. 7 watching, 4 likes. Nice. All right, so Crystal gave us something there, and that was going to be my first question. Since I really don't have anything, but I decided to go live because I'm unemployed and I sit in my garage and make YouTube videos. Hi, everybody in Seoul. What's up, Zygo Magicus? Zygo has joined us. Sigmund Floyd with... Yeah. Well, you tell me. You guys tell me. So I wanted to... I've been doing this more frequently. It actually really turns into a good show when I ask the audience first, which is back up at 7, so that's good. Up to 8 now. That's sweet. So my relatively new format, unless I have something that I have a pre-planned half-hour, hour and a half, 2-hour rant on, my new format is I ask all of you guys what you're following in the news, and then we all talk about it. And it's not me being lazy, it's just that I can only yell about 9/11 so much. If people don't get 9/11 by now, if people don't get 9/11 by now, if people don't get Sandy Hook by now, they're never going to get it. All right? And I've done probably a dozen shows on 9/11 and probably 10 to a dozen shows on Sandy Hook. Right? So if folks don't understand what's going on now, then you don't need to be part of the conversation, really, because you're either in denial or you're lost. And I'm not being a dick when I say that. I'm just telling you. You're either in denial or you're lost. And when I say lost, I mean uninformed. All right? I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If people don't know about 9/11 and Sandy Hook and to bring up what Crystal's promoting, and Pizzagate, if folks don't already know what's going on, chances are you're gone, okay? I don't mean gone from my channel. You can believe whatever you want. But I've done research on this crap for 17 fucking years. I'm 33, okay? 9/11 was an inside job, Sandy Hook did not happen, and Pizzagate is real. Actually, I've never done this before. I try not to talk about myself on the channel. How come you don't have super chats so we can help you out, bro? I don't know what super chats is, and I don't know how to do it. I'm going to have to figure it out. Hey, yo, says Margo. What's up? Thanks for coming by. I don't know how to do super chats. I don't know what it is. I figured this was good enough. Super chats is when people send you moolah. Yeah, I don't want to make any money from doing what I'm doing at all. All right, I'll ask Harmony next time I'm on her show. Yeah, I don't want to make any money from this. I have zero interest in making money from being on YouTube. But, you know, we've really done a lot of work here. I really, you know, not the biggest audience on YouTube, let's be honest, right? Not the biggest audience. But I think I've done, you know, over periods of months, maybe over a year, I've done a lot of shows about 9/11, I've done a lot of shows about Sandy Hook, and I've done a couple Pizzagate shows. And I have great people like Crystal Keith who post links, so if there's new stuff or hard-hitting stuff, folks can just click it and go there. And I don't even care if you leave my stream. Go leave my stream. That stuff's more important. This is just a face talking to you in the garage, okay? Look, here's the deal, folks. I don't know how many more. Let me start that sentence over again. I do not know how many more videos I need to make exposing things like Pizzagate for people to not, because the whole purpose of my channel is, again, I think I did this at the intro, but if I didn't, I must have forgotten. The whole purpose of my channel is you guys stare at my face, I smoke cigarettes, and I talk about issues that, 1, I've learned about, 2, viewers have brought up, 3, you know, whatever. And then you take that information and you go learn it for yourself. I'm not here to tell you what to think or what to believe or to believe me or even to believe my lovely chatters and moderators. The whole purpose of my show is when when somebody raises a topic, the entire purpose is you get a pen, maybe you're a lefty, you get a pen, and you write down the subject and you go researcher it. You become a researcher and you go research it for yourself. And then you come to, because there's no better way to convince someone of certain facts and certain truths until they learn it for themselves. You know, until they go off on their own. Maybe they have an hour off on a Friday night, or it's like 3 in the morning on a Saturday or something, and you have the internet open, and you see somebody on my stream post something like that. Go research it for yourself. That's the whole fucking point. Oh, Billy has joined us. Oh, Tony's here somewhere. All right, I'm reading out of order. I always do this. I'm not a very good live streamer. I'm certainly not as good as Blackie Fitzpatrick. I will say I'm as good as Harmony because their job is pretty easy. They play music primarily. At JB, did you get a chance to check out Alex Jones being taken to court by those two parents from Sandy Hook? Yes, I did, about a week ago, I think. I don't know what happened, but I know that it happened. Tread says Tread's not here. That's Tread being Tread. Tread being fucking weird-ass Tread. Yeah, I heard about the Waffle House shooting in Florida. I mean, you know, Tony. Billy the Kid says, tell that to libtards. I don't know a lot about Waffle House shooting. I haven't really gotten into it yet. I have a pretty good gauge on being able to figure this stuff out. I have ways and means, and I can put together parallels and correlations and see what's really going on. But I'm starting to have a different thought on the mass shootings. I think hold on, a lot of stuff coming in here. Tell that to libtards. I know Billy, says Sigmund. Sigmund, what's up? Yeti coolers have severed ties with the NRA and are joining the forces of social justice warriors who are still living in their mom's basement. Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you, folks. And actually, my comment's going to play off of Billy's a little bit, or at least I'll wrap them together at the end of my statement. So, I'm starting to believe that mass shootings have since guns have been around. I'm literally starting to believe that mass shootings have happened for a very, very long time, but they weren't reported on. And now we live in a cycle of, we got CNN, we got Fox, we have all the independent media, we have Alex, we have everyone. And we live in a culture of a 24-hour news cycle society. That's just the way things have turned out. So I think we hear about them more, but is there an uptick in gun violence in terms of, you know, single-person shooters going into schools, malls, restaurants, whatever? I can't really find the evidence of that. So I don't know. Nice weather, hey, at Tread. Billy says, yes, we just get the news faster. So is that agreeing with me that these mass shootings, ever since guns have been around, have pretty much always been happening, but now we just get the news like that? Is that what you mean? Because that's the statement that I tried to make. Billy just said it better. He said it in one sentence. I blather on for a fucking 2.5 minutes. Billy said it better. Funny how the FBI already knew the Waffle House shooter. Yeah, the FBI almost always already knows, okay? I mean, the FBI almost always already knows. All right, so Billy confirmed my assessment of his comment. Yes, JB, it's always happened. We just get it these days faster. Well, yeah, we get it instantaneously. I have YouTube alerts. All right, I have to turn my phone off at night or put it on mute because for a certain period of time until the alarm goes off. I have so many alerts coming into my device. Okay, sometimes it's like 5 in 5 minutes. It's fucking ridiculous. With all the channels that I follow and all the news I follow and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I've had clusters where I get 25 news alerts in a day. Okay, that's a lot. There's 24 hours in a day. All right? Billy says, and not on the fucking TV either. Nope, 4 years, over four, almost 5 years without TV now. Myself. Again, Margot's here. I got her. Tread's here. What's up, Tread? And I think Tony is here somewhere. Yeah, there's Tony. Oh, yeah, that was that comment. Funny how the FBI already knew the Waffle House shooter. I'll just say it again. The FBI always knows in advance. The FBI knows everything. They know your friggin' blood type. They know your eye color. They know where you go. They know where you shop. They know what you spend your money on. They know everything. They know everything. So the fact that these shooters, you know, who are frequently on social media saying that they're going to do these things, think about Nicholas Cruz, think about Nicholas Cruz, think about Nicholas Cruz, and the fact that he was under FBI watch and they did nothing, not even a house visit. Something's going on here, folks. Almost makes you wonder if criminal factions in the FBI want these shootings to happen in order to promote gun control. I wonder. Certainly looks like it to me. I'm pretty good at deductive reasoning. Us, big mistake, Deep State. Thank you, Billy. Jimmy Mullen, SES equals Deep State crooks. Is that Security and Exchange Commission? No, because it's SES. Damn right we're fighting back. Yes, we are. And we've been doing it for 2 years. We're doing it with the president. We're doing it by all of us talking. You guys think I like to do this stream? I'll be honest with you. I hate doing this stream. Nothing against all of you guys, but I'd rather watch. Because my voice gets hoarse and sometimes I drink on camera and it's just not good. Oh, Senior Executive Service. Yeah, I just started looking into SES. Yeah, no, I'll get on it. I'll get on it, Jimmy, and I'll do a show on it. Because there's a lot there. Senior Executive Service. We are just waking up. They've been at it for hundreds of years. That's from Tony. Yes. Yeah, I said that. That was probably the first comment I made at the start of the broadcast. Hundreds, if not thousands of years. Oh, Michael Gonzalez has joined us. Hiya Thinkers. What's up, M. Gons, as I call him. Sigmund Floyd says they don't on the internet yet. They don't on the internet yet. Wait, hold, that's got to be a part of another comment. I don't know. I can't find it. Oh, they don't own the internet yet. Okay, see, that's the operative statement. They don't own the internet yet. Well, guess what they're gunning for? Oh my God, if they could shut down YouTube, you know what the fucking problem is? Is YouTube makes them too much money. And when they tried to horribly censor YouTube, what was it, 2 months ago? YouTube, as, you know, running a business that runs off of advertisement and viewership, realized we are going to lose so many viewers to the other channels like Twitch.tv and stuff like this. They backed off. They backed off. That's the free market at work right there. That's free market right there. Top pay scale for Fed employees. Sessions, Mueller, etc. are and were all security and exchange. Wait. Secret Executive Service. So, I've never been a fan of Jeff Sessions, and I've never been a fan of Robert Mueller. So that I'll just tell you right now. Take what you will. Morningstar, what's up? Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Slow show on my part today, but really, really good numbers. A lot of you guys have turned out. Archie Bunkers joined us, JB Yo, Tony, Billy Sigmund, Jimmy Morningstar. Good afternoon, folks. So we get Archie now. You're right, Jimmy, says Sigmund. I want to do a little percentage game right now. Not that I want to make you guys think too much, okay? I want to do a little, it's going to be a threefold, because I'm just curious. You know, because even I don't know. Like I said, over and over and over again. I'm 9/11, I'm Sandy Hook. That's my area. All right, this recent mass shooter stuff, I'm not expert on. All right, so I want to ask you guys this question. And get your percent key ready. Get your percent key ready. And again, I'm not trying to make you guys do too much work. I'm curious myself. And I have by my standards, I have a pretty big audience right now. So by percentages, and I'll slowly so no one misses any, you know, of the words or the questions I'm trying to ask. By percentage, okay? So obviously it goes up to 100%. If you could put percentages on how many mass shootings are one, real mass shooters that just go crazy or have a vendetta, put a percentage. Number two, government known about, but not government created. And number three, completely government created and or totally fake. Put some percentages on those. And I'll repeat that if you want. I know it's going to take some of y'all a little bit to type. I'll repeat that if you want. Lots of LOLs. I must have done something stupid. All right, Anthony. Tony, 50% what? You know what I should have done is I should have asked the question different. I should have asked them one at a time rather than all in one comment. Stupid JB. And Crystal has joined us. Margot says, yep, JB. Okay, I'm going to ask it again. And I really would like most of you guys to answer. It's not very often that I have 18 watching the live stream and 7 likes. Well, Sigmund did it. Number one, 50%. That means real. Number two, the government knew about it and let it happen. And number three, that was 30%. And number three, 20%, they actually make it happen. Interesting. Interesting. Crystal Keith says, still mowing, taking a break. Someone give Crystal Keith a beer. Oh, Archie and I must have the same brain. That's hilarious. I literally said it as he typed it. Did you guys see that? I literally said it as he typed it. That's hilarious. No, I'm just telling you. Beers and lawnmowers are best friends. Yeah, Sigmund saw it. I literally said it as he typed it. That was hilarious. Luckily, I mean, not that I like renting so much, you know, but the landlord has landscapers, and they come, there's pretty big lawn out front and out back here, and they take care of all that. So no mowing for the bee. I just stick to the beer. Margot answers my question. I don't know, JB. I think that FBI certainly knows. But a bunch of these people beforehand, yes, that's my contention. That's my contention. I mean, here's the thing. Here's why I get angry. 17 watching, 8 likes. Here's why I get pissed off. I came out, and a lot of you guys remember this, but some of you are probably new. Some of you are probably new and don't remember this event happening to me. I come on my personal live stream, which I opened up to all of you guys, right? This happened about 2 months ago. And I did like a 2 hour, 15-minute, 2 hour, 30-minute broadcast. I did a really long broadcast, and somewhere in the middle of it, I was on a rant, and I said something to the effect of, if Hillary Clinton wins in 2020, I'm gonna effing kill myself, in the middle of a 2.5 hour rant. Okay, do I look suicidal to you guys? I'm not suicidal, all right? I got problems, but I'm not suicidal, okay? And some cunt on YouTube called 911, and I was taken forcibly, woken up at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, because on Saturdays I like to sleep in. So I was woken up, my roommate was woken up, and I got 3 cops, I got a couple firefighters, and I got a couple EMTs in my kitchen. And they go, someone reported someone suicidal on the internet. I go, no, you guys don't understand. I'm like, you folks don't get it. I'm like, I'm, a political activist in a way, right? An unpaid political activist. And, I do shows sometimes, and I'm saying this to these characters in my kitchen, right? Law enforcement, medical, fire. And I'm like, look, sometimes I'll go on for a half an hour, sometimes I'll go on for an hour, sometimes I'll go on for 2.5 hours. I have a couple glasses of wine, and I really just kind of speak my mind. I'm like, I'm not suicidal. I said, here's the quote. I said, if Hillary Clinton gets elected in 2020, I'm going to effing kill myself. But I'm not suicidal. It's one tiny little comment made in like and this is all going to go back to the Florida shooting thing, by the way. And frankly, probably all the shooting situations. So then I have these folks. They forcibly remove me, strap me to the bed in the ambulance. And I get taken, and I lose my entire Saturday at the hospital getting a mental evaluation. And the lady was really nice. She was probably a couple years younger than me, to be honest. She's like, you don't seem suicidal. You seem like a nice guy. I'm like, I am a nice guy. And then I explained it to her. I go, look, I had a 2.5 hour live stream, and I made a comment in passing. Okay, I do not wish harm upon myself or others at all. At all. And she's like, yeah, no, you seem totally normal. We're gonna get you out of here as quick as possible. I'm like, thank you very much. So they got me out of there, and that was good. But I make a passing comment like that in a 2.5 hour political rant video, which is what you guys all know me for, is for political rant videos, and that happens to me. And yet the FBI can't catch a son of a bitch like this person in Florida. Or that other pipsqueak, whatever his fucking Cruz. All these little cunts running around just like doing mass shootings every single day. Okay, you know what I do that's en masse? I do mass YouTubings. Alright, I try to get as many viewers as possible, and then I go on political rants and take your questions and comments. Okay? I don't even own any firearms. The most dangerous thing I have is a fillet knife that I use to cut bait. Cut up mackerel for striped bass and bluefish and stuff. That's literally the most dangerous thing I have. Aside from probably my own mind, but that's a separate issue. Right? So it's just insane, that something like that could happen to me, but we have these little pipsqueaks running around with their stolen firearms or with their legal firearms. Who the hell knows? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And by the way, I'm not blaming guns. I think guns are great. I don't own any personally, but I think guns are fantastic for protection and very effective. I'm a full Second Amendment supporter. Always have. Even when I was 5. Even when I was 5, I knew that firearms were important. For good people to have firearms. What's that old cliche? The only thing that's going to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. You know that old cliche? So what happens when you take away the guns from the good guys? What do you think is going to fucking happen? Mass shootings are going to go up like this. And it's going to be terrible. And plus, it's unconstitutional. I'm actually even putting that second, which I shouldn't. It should be the reverse. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my little rant on that. And with that, I will take your questions. There's a lot. I'm going to have to back up. Jimmy Mullen says, shit-faced drunk occasionally, perhaps, but not suicidal. Absolutely right, and I don't take that as an insult. I mean, I drink wine on camera, and I broadcast it to the entire universe. I mean, you know what I mean? Michael/Jimmy, same thing in Canada. This is from Sigmund Freud. They can't do anything about them until they actually do something. Correct? Archie says, what time is it in your neck of the woods, Tony? 10 p.m., says Tony. Crystal Keith says, those people are going to be glowing in the dark. I assume that involves nuclear. Archie Bunker, thumbs up. Billy the Kid, 14 o'clock. Billy's on apparently the European standard. Margot says, oy vey. Anthony and Margot, both LOL. Billy the Kid, knock, knock, knock. I hear them, JB. Well, yeah, I mean, it could happen at any time. It could literally happen at any time. The issue is we want 100% freedom and 100% safety, but in some ways, they are on opposite sides of the spectrum. Again, I don't do gun debate. I do 9/11 and I do Sandy Hook. I just brought it up because it came up, and then I wanted to, you know, because that little fucker today in Florida. Why is it always like little, you know, people that look like me, like little skinny, scrawny fucking white guys that like end up getting a gun and doing terrible things? Why is it never like some big badass tattooed fucking black dude that's just like, yeah, blowing down people in a mall? You know, it's always a little scrawny, psychotic little white guy. I'm not saying I'm psychotic. I'm just saying. Why is it always the same friggin' template? Joy Stewart has joined us. Sigmund Freud makes a very important comment. I just watched an entire hour-and-a-half long video about communism in America. Sigmund Freud, I literally watched it, and then 5 minutes later, I went live on YouTube. So I'm going to read Sigmund's again. Michael, it's like democracy allows communists to operate in our country even though their goal is to destroy democracy. Yeah. Yep. Joyce says, correct, Billy, boom. Billy the Kid says, you hear helicopters? Well, number one, you spelt helicopters wrong. Heli has one L, Billy. And the L stands for helical, as in the propeller. So no, I don't hear any black helicopters, but I do always hear jets. Margot says, hi to Joy. Margot says, why isn't it women? I'm assuming she means mass shooters. Sigmund Freud says, good point, JB. Thank you very much. Joy Stewart, Joy. That's from Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy Mullen, I didn't see. What's up? Welcome to the live stream. Billy says, it does not. I'm not sure what he's referring to. Grammar Cops says Jimmy Mullen. Yeah, there's a lot of that on YouTube. And it's usually trolls. I don't think I've ever broken YouTube's policy, ever. All right, and I've been doing this stuff every day for like a year and 3 months at this point. I don't think I've ever broken the rules of YouTube. And yet we got these friggin' trolls that go out there. They don't like Trump. They don't like us. They don't like conspiracy theorists. They don't, you know, they don't like me. whatever it is, and then they just friggin' self-police and, you know, basically just cause major problems, and it's really, really annoying. This is my Archie's just offered me a lift face. I assume he means facelift. Because, quote, evil white guys make news, black guys don't. Yeah. Yeah, because if you criticize... Hold on a second, sorry. What the hell? Oh. Oh, it's right here. Because if you criticize a black person or a Hispanic or even an Asian who does something wrong, you're a racist. But all white men, especially heterosexual white men, we're all bad. We're all bad. Give me a break. Oh, no way, Blackie's joined us somewhere. Where the fuck is Blackie? What the hell? Ah, Alec Whittier says, sup. What's up, man? How are you? Are you going on tonight at 6:30? I hope so. And I mean, for those of you who find my show either boring or want to go somewhere else, I just saw Toker J is running Alex Jones right now, so that's something to check out. Correct. Nice. All right, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. Live from his creepy-ass den where he lives with 17 empty bottles of wine and a walrus. So that's what you can look for the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. He literally lives with like 17,000 empty bottles of wine and a fucking walrus. How can you not want to watch that? I'm just telling you. It's called reverse promotion. I'm making fun of you so that people will watch. Not that they wouldn't anyway. Very popular show. More popular than mine. I've never had 19 viewers as far as I know. I had 22 earlier. Blackie's hitting like 31, 35. I think I saw 44 once. All right, I got a lot of comments I have to... What's up, all? So Alex says, what's up to everyone? Correct. All right, so 6:30 p.m. That's good. Sigmund says, Blackie. Jimmy Mullen offers a smoke. Have been practicing your RRR thrills, Blackie. That's from Joy. I don't know what that means. Oh, thrills. Okay. Trills? Trill? Who knows? Long one from M-Gons. We want to get... Hold on a second. By the way, I will say this. I smoke a lot of tobacco during the show. I actually don't smoke this much in real life. I just happen to do it a lot during the show. That's all I can say. I don't know why. I think it's probably because inherently having a live stream on YouTube is like... I mean, you guys don't see it, but behind the scenes, it's actually kind of a little bit challenging and a little bit stressful. Tony says, hi, Walrus. Is the Walrus in the chat? No way. Come on with Blackie, Miss Walrus, please. Well, if he wants to call me, I'll come on. Absolutely. I love being on Blackie's show. I think it's great. Looks sunny there, JB, says Stephanie Medina, who has also joined us. Yeah, you have no idea. It is very sunny. That's why I have the garage up only about a quarter. Yeah, it's very sunny. Yo, Blackie, pay attention. Sigmund wants to send your link to a friend. Can you please post a link to your show? I can't do it. I'm too YouTube stupid. I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. Anthony Gorton says, Blackie has a lot to answer for. I was asked my name today. I replied, Tony. What, like at the grocery store or the bank or something? That's pretty funny. Oh, Archie hooked us up. Thank you, Archie Bunker. Archie's always working for all of our friendly streams behind the scenes. And he does it unpaid, as far as I know. Oh, when chatting in shop. Nice. What's your name? Tony. That's pretty funny. I've been called JB over the years, but it's not because of my YouTube handle. It's because it's my first and last initial. So I've gone by JB before. So you're depositing you're depositing this $800. May I get your first name, please? Tony. It's pretty funny. I'm just saying, it's pretty funny. Sin Marie has joined us, who I promise I'll stop harassing. I promise this is the last time I say it. Sin Marie is very attractive, okay? I really kind of discovered that because I never really, like, you know, look at the avatars. I never look at the photos. I look at the content. But then one day I think maybe I got high or something, and I looked at the photos too. I was like studying the avatars, like studying everyone, and I was like, wow, Sin Marie is hot. And then I said it on air, and now it's a thing, and now I'll shut up. Harley Girl had a great stream today. Yeah, she's kicking ass. Harley Girl is kicking ass as well. I've been in kind of like depression and just going through some really horrible circumstances. So I've been taking a lot of naps. So I've been missing a lot of shows. I'm always pissed at myself when I miss Harley Girl's show because it's a great show. Totally different from Blackie. Totally different from me. Totally different from Gorf. Totally different from Jujubot. Totally different from Gramps. She's got her own thing going on, and it's awesome. They do music. They do some chat. She frequently has, you know, live guests. It's like a pair. I think it's Harley Girl and Ellie, or Elle. Great show. I'll have to watch it later, bro. I was out most of the day. Sin Marie with the long one. Resident has 6 boxes of Kleenex and 200 table napkins in his room, so we were addressing that issue and told me to stick the Kleenex up my damn ass. I don't know what's going on there. That's pretty funny, though. I mean, the person's obviously a dick, but that's still pretty funny. Michael Gonzalez with a long one. Maybe if a woman does violence, it is generally more targeted to the oppressor. Men, unfortunately, for you women, see action and violence as viable strategy and are emotional hiding. I'd say I agree with that 60%. That was from Michael Gonzalez. I agree with that 60%. Food, sleep, and love. I have 2 out of those 3 things. That's from Sin Marie. Jimmy Mullen. Sounds like a fire just waiting to happen. Well, it's a whole bunch of paper. I mean, Jesus Christ. Don't smoke cigarettes inside. From Margot, yeah, that is... Hold on a second. Yeah, that... You'd think I'd be good at this stuff as long as I've been doing it, you know, over a year. You'd think I'd be good at this stuff, but I can't friggin' read. This is from Margot. I'm gonna try this again. Yeah. That is why I watch. Also, Harley Girl and Ellie, dang it. I missed it. Hi, Sin Marie. Alright, I got it out. I got it out. Mgon says, and crazy-wise, random targets seem like a good idea. Sin Marie says, was funny, yes. Jimmy Mullins, smile. Zygo says, I missed Harley today. Me too. Sin Marie says, hi, Margot. And Tony says, was a good show, Zygo. We had a good laugh. Yeah, I'm pissed I missed it. Orange Knight has joined us. What's up, Orange? AKA, how come you don't come back as Flying Dutchman anymore? Is it because of name recognition? That's at Orange Knight. Because Orange Knight is also Flying Dutchman. Of course, it would help if I wrote English, duh. Maybe. Good afternoon, Knight, says Archie. Hey, Orange. Says Margot. Dutch Info. Oh, is that the new name? Dutch Info? Nice. I just didn't know. If you ever want to come to the stream as Dutch Info, I'll make you a moderator. I just always, I have this weird thing where I actually probably like too much. Too much. You know, things like Blackie Fitzpatrick, things like Sin Marie, things like, you know, Joy Stewart. I just, and Tony, you know, I love names. I love titles. I'm a details person. I like that kind of stuff. And I always loved Flying Dutchman. I think it's hilarious. That was my name 3 years ago. Oh, cool. Well, that was before I was on YouTube. I did not know that. All right, so I rarely have this big of an audience. We have 22 watching. So, Florida shooter, false flag, or just a little cowardly psycho? Florida shooting, false flag, or little cowardly psycho? Archie says cowardly psycho. Okay. That's what I'm leaning towards. Cowardly psycho indicates Blackie. Sin Marie indicates agreed, cowardly psycho. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't want gun control. I don't have any firearms myself at all. I've been to the gun range. I love to shoot guns. I think it's great. I don't own any personally, but I'm just telling you, you know, I agree with Trump on background checks. I think it's totally fine. I don't think it's overly intrusive from the government. I think it's great. I think before you get high-powered weaponry, you should have a thorough, maybe even 1 or 2 or 3 times. You know, they talk about that whole thing with firearms. They talk about the 3-day waiting period. You know, so if, like, someone gets pissed off at their spouse or whatever, and they have, you know, a horrible event, and they just want to go run into a firearms store and get something and do something bad. You know, I think the 3-day waiting period is a good start, because that prevents someone. It's like, why do you urgently need a gun? You know, so, and I'm not advocating gun control, okay? I'm not doing that at all. All I'm telling you is that if somebody has a record of mental illness, record of bad behavior, record of, frankly, anything where a gun could be determined to be, you know, used in, you know, terrible activity, I think it's totally fine to question them and question them vigorously over literally like a 3-day period. What do you want this firearm for? Hunting, okay? When do you want the firearm? I want it in the next 5 minutes. Okay, I'll tell you what. You leave and come back in 2 days, right? Leave us your information. We're going to, we're going to do we'll look over your personal paperwork, and then we're going to do a face-to-face, and then we're going to see if you have a history of violence or chronic mental illness, or if you're on any crazy-ass psychiatric medications. By the way, I guess that's point number 4. Things like lithium and things like fucking Prozac and things like, all this and Klonopins and all this garbage, they make people go fucking insane. All right? I'm not an expert on this. As you guys know, I say this probably 2 to 3 times a show. I'm an expert on 9/11. I'm an expert on Sandy Hook. I'm not an expert in the area of mental illness or medication. But it just seems logical to me. All right, if somebody's on psychiatric medication, maybe they shouldn't have a high-powered firearm. I'm just saying. And again, I hate the idea of, frankly, any form of gun control, but I just think that, it seems logical. If you're on a bottle of pills that on the insert, as Alex Jones says, I'm probably going to quote Alex Jones right now. It's not a direct quote, but as Alex says, when on the insert it says it can make you suicidal and want to kill people, maybe somebody who needs that powerful of a medication probably should not have some firearms. That's all I can say. It's just my opinion, to me, it just seems logical. I don't know. Because anybody who's going to, do a mass shooting, there were always signs before the event. In every single circumstance, there were signs before the event. And now we have things like social media. We have things like Facebook posts. We have things like Twitter. We have things like, if they really want to get a warrant and pry, things like email or personal texts or things like that. Not that I want a police state. I don't want a police state. I don't want 10 trillion eyes watching every single move I make every single day. But it just seems to me in every single circumstance of these mass shooters, there's always a warning. There's always a warning. Or, even interpersonal. And then I'll shut up and I'll take you guys' questions and comments. There's always seems to be a warning. It's like, oh yeah, we thought the guy was fucking crazy. Why did he have high-powered AR-15s? Well, if you thought he was fucking crazy, maybe you should have reported him, and then if it's determined he's not crazy, he or she, then they can go get an AR-15 if it's determined by professionals. Right? That's the kind of gun control that I like. It's common sense measures. Common sense measures. The kind of gun control I don't like is Obama gun control and Hillary gun control, which is we have to ban all high-powered weapons. We have to ban all rifles. You can basically only have a pistol. I think that's terrible. You know what? I think it's... Let me just make this statement right now, and then I promise I'll shut up. I literally think someone should be able to own a friggin' bazooka rocket launcher as long as they properly pass a background check. Literally. I think somebody should be able to own a fucking bazooka rocket launcher as long as they pass a mental competency test and have a good reason for wanting one. I literally believe that. That's how anti-liberal I am on gun control. But these little fuckers, they run around and they're on Facebook, they're going to kill people, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and all their friends see it. No one reports them. No one does nothing. They don't even look. And then these fucking mass tragedies happen. It's like, give me a break. The system is so retarded. It's just so... very frustrating. Tony says, I'll just pick up where I'll start with Joy. Gun control is using both hands, period. Thank you, Joy. And again, I don't own any firearms myself, but I love guns. I love going to the shooting range. Anthony Gorton, Tony says, I heard the Vegas shooter was involved in a pedo ring. I have not heard that. I'm going to have to look into that as well. Orange Knight wants a tank. Good, get a tank. Just don't shoot innocents or blow up random buildings. Get yourself a fucking tank. Who cares? Therod, one of our newest moderators and chatters, 1 in 6 Americans get their hair cut. I don't know what that means. I have a tank. It's called a Cadillac. That's from Sin Marie. Orange, please don't give Archie ideas. Ragin' Cajun has joined us. Hey, y'all. What's up, Ragin'? How are you? We're talking gun control, Ragin' Cajun. Isn't that so much fun? Zygo says, hello, Ragin'. Joy says, hello, Ragin'. Michael Gonzalez with a long one. Personal story. Psychiatric drugs do alter brain's chemistry, but sometimes for the better. I take an antidepressant, and I look at my old work, and I think, man, I was smart. That's a bit of a convoluted statement there, but I agree. Psychiatric medications in certain circumstances do work. They do work. In certain circumstances. Sigfuson. Terod Sigfuson. Hello and welcome. Ragin' saying hi to everyone. All right, so we have a lot of new viewers right now, so I'll shut up for a second. And then I'll take your questions and comments. But I do want to get back to the concept of gun control because it really is important. Thanks, JB. I assume that means either 1, pronouncing the name correctly, or number 2, making them a moderator. Or maybe it's both. Who knows? Wow, our fucking viewership is exploding right now. Let's make it good for them, folks. Let's make it good. You guys always are. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm lucky that once the wine runs out, I have some beers, so that's good. I have a 6-pack of Smutty Nose IPA. Hold on, this is moving way too fast. Hello from... Oh, I think I decided this the other day. I'm just going to call you Thor. I can't do the whole name. The chat goes, you know, when it's a good chat, it goes way too fast. So, Thor. Michael Gonzalez, I estimate I lost 10 IQ points down to 135, but the stability it gives is so soothing. Look, I'm not bashing psychoactive mental medications. I'm just saying that they're overprescribed and sometimes they get given to the wrong people. It obviously works for you. I think that's great. Margot says, hey, JB, need to duck out at least for a bit. I'll try to stop back before you close out. Yeah, do whatever you want. Who cares? Margot says, Don Juan. Sin Marie says, hi, Don Juan. Agent Don Juan is in the house. Joyce Stewart says, Don Juan. Thor says, Thor is good. Cool. I'm glad that that doesn't offend you. Thanks, Ragin. You sweet grampling. Oh, I've never heard that. Back when I did wrestling in high school, I was taught grappling, but I was never taught grampling. I guess now we're all teaching ourselves grampling without a coach screaming at us. So that's good. Zygo says anxiety meds made me crazier than never mind. Well, yeah, they have different effects in everyone. Oh, nice. Margot says Ragin invented Grampling. All right, well, I'm now going to refer... you know what? Let's replace deplorables with Gramplings. All right, deplorables is out. No more deplorables. It's Gramplings. Or Grampsters. I like Gramplings. I've said Grampsters in the past. Morningstar is a long one. I got busted selling some dope when I was 19. I'm now 43 and still cannot buy a firearm. Complete BS. Fuck the Brady Bill. And what good has the Brady Bill done anyway? I don't know anything specifically about the Brady Bill, but I'm going to have to, that's on the list. I'm going to have to do my own independent research. Yeah, I like Gramplings. And plus, we're all cute, so it makes sense. Gramplorables? Anybody? That's from Michael Gonzalez. Gramplorables. That's pretty clever. That's pretty clever. Hello, fellow Gramplorables. It's going to take me a while to get myself to be able to say it. Hello, Hello, Gramplorables. I'm in the garage barefoot. Because I'm airing out my shoes. And I just dropped a cigarette on my bare foot. That sucked. Don Juan's cooking pizza. Nice. Morningstar that a felon cannot buy a firearm. Drug addict or a crazy person. I mean, I'm okay with it, to be honest with you. Why would you want to buy a crazy person? Tony says, I've written to Trudeau asking for clutch control for Archie. I missed that one. I don't know what that means. Thor says, crazy people bought every day by Big Pharma. Yeah, Big Pharma can fuck itself. Orange Knight says, I once spilled hot hamburger grease all over my bare feet and got second-degree burns. That's terrible. Oh, no. Don't cook barefoot. And don't stream barefoot, apparently. You know one thing that I really, and this is a very simple thing, and it's just a one-off comment. You know one thing I notice about Blackie Fitzpatrick's show is he's always right in the center of the camera. And I somehow, for some reason, always seem to be over to this side of the camera. It's like, dude, can I just, like, center myself for fuck's sake? Not even that I want to stare at my complete face. It's just like, it's unprofessional to always be over here like a weirdo. Don't fry Becken naked? Yeah, you don't want to do that. All right, folks, I just got the, and this is pretty good time. There I go on the left again. I just got the 10-minute battery warning because I know this happens every single time I go live, but my iPhone battery friggin' sucks. And guess what? It's a brand new battery. It's a brand new battery. It's a brand new battery. Damn, I went from 25 down to 16. It's not a good stream today. Extension cord and charger, bro. Yeah, I know. I gotta do that. I'm sure there's an outlet in here somewhere. I've never really looked. Do you hang left at JB Lamarsby? I'm assuming he's meaning penis. Yes, I lean left. Politically, I do not lean left. But yeah, it's like that. Not sure if that's what A Cobra was asking, but there's the answer. Yeah, I'm politically erect, like that. Repeat offenders should not get firearms. And I'm working backwards. Don't want a felon to buy me unless it's a woman convicted of a sex crime. I hear some felons are repeat offenders. Very nice. Maxine Waters might buy you, Michael. I don't know what that means. Orange Knight says, wash hands thoroughly after eating hot wings before you have sex. Absolutely. I've made that mistake. Ragin says, erect. Mimics Blackie. That's a play on correct. Zygo LOL. A Cobra LOL. Zygo, don't give him ideas. Thor, yes, it's federal. The Brady Bill was passed in 1993 under Bill Clinton. From Morningstar. Hello, Morningstar. Orange Knight, me too. Oh, what, Orange Knight has a bent banana as well? Why do I let the show go in these directions? Oh my god. Hey, I'm not as bad as Blackie in terms of that kind of stuff, but it is pretty funny. Bill Clinton is a rapist. That's from Alex Jones and also from Anthony Gorton. Yes, he is. Allegedly. Orange Knight says no hot wings. All right, folks, we're going to do probably 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to cut and go put the phone on the charger. Otherwise, it's fucked. I got to take a leak. I'll be right back. All right, so you know what we can do? You know what we can do? Because this is a pretty big audience and you guys are talking about some good stuff. You know what we can do is this. If you guys want, I mean, I'm unemployed. It's not like I have anything to do. Aside from clean the room, I don't want to do that. So if you guys want, I can take you upstairs, plug you in, and we'll continue the show from the kitchen, or we can just cut when the battery gets seriously dangerously low. So 1 for stay on, 2 for time to cut. Go. Because we've already been on for 73 minutes and 18 seconds. So that's a pretty long show. So plug in, stay on, or just cut. All right, Andy said, oh, what's up, Andy? Michael Gonzalez says cut. Okay. Bouncer Slab has joined us, says 1. I thought I was going to get 1s across the board. I must really not be doing a good show today. 1, 1. Take me upstairs and plug me in. It's been a while. No homo. I get it. I thought you said no home. Sigmund says, sorry I got called away. No, you guys could, live life. You can't just watch YouTube live streams all day. Bouncer says, was the bathroom break? Yeah, I just did one of those. I had to take a massive piss. By the way, before I take us upstairs, and by the way, the stream might die and then I'll just go right back on, and YouTube is, I guess, kind of cool in the way where I can just hit resume. So it'll resume the stream that we currently have going. But what was my question? Oh yeah. Clear piss, good. Yellow piss, good. Clear piss, bad. Yellow piss, bad. I'm just curious, because my piss is clear. And I'm wondering if it's because I've been drinking too much or not drinking enough. I'm just not sure. I know that question probably caught some of you guys off guard, but I just had to take a piss and All right. Sorry about that, folks. One of the biggest audiences we've had. And of course, the iPhone battery is a piece of effing S. But we were touching on a lot of good subjects there, so I want to finish out at least the next 15, 20, something like that. And we'll see if we can continue amidst the eruption. And again, it's a new battery. I went to the store, I go, look, this battery I go from 100% to 10 in like 30 minutes. And I'm not even doing high-powered stuff. You know what I mean? We get 5 back. I just think the iPhone is an inferior product, to be honest with you. Once the term is up on this bugger, I'm gonna go with a something like an Android or something from Samsung. Because I'm just telling you, you should not have to pay what they charge for an iPhone for the fact that it doesn't work. And this is 2 batteries in a row. So once is a one-off, twice, I guess you could call it coincidence, but a third time, it's just going to cost too much out of pocket. I can just get one of those giant, maybe I'll get like one of those Hello Kitty, one of those pink and polka dot, because the phones are bigger than an iPhone. Has anyone seen the new Androids? They're friggin' they're thinner, but they're massive in terms of their, like, height and width. So maybe I'll get myself an Android with a Hello Kitty pink polka dot protective case. Why not? Who cares? You know why I would do that? You know why I would do that? Is because I'll take it on the train and I'll probably get some bloke, some jock, who's gonna go, is that your girlfriend's or are you gay? And I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna go, here we go. I mean, I'm not actually gonna do that, but who knows somebody that has a pink polka dot Android case? They're so friggin' loud and ridiculous. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. A Cobra, wrong. I found the charger. I can't do things in 1 second. Sometimes it takes 13 seconds. Maybe it'll take 28 seconds. All right, so you can lay off there. Bouncer Slab says, No, I'm breaking my own rule right now. That's why I'm keeping my voice down, because I don't like to live stream from, the household area, because, I'm not the only one here, but I feel like if I keep my voice down, it's reasonable. But 95% of the time I stream from the garage with a full battery that apparently only lasts 40 minutes from full to empty, which is ridiculous. For what we pay, what was this thing, 650 bucks, something like that? Anyway, it's a one-off, who cares? No, and that's why I said topic switch. I bounce around. We do the dark stuff. We do all that. What's up with this whole McCabe situation? Can anybody fill me in? I've been a little bit too depressed to follow the news. What the hell's going on with this whole thing? And Mueller. Oh, that's a name. Robert Mueller. What the hell's going on here? Do you guys think, and we can do the 1-2 game if you want. You could press 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you agree that it's going to be friggin', is it all going to blow up, or are they going to bury it? Personally, I think they're going to bury it. But I want to see what you guys have to think. Because just the dirtiness, when you look at the backgrounds, okay? Zygo says Cloak and Dagger. That's a good answer. That's kind of a in-the-middle answer. A Cobra says, don't watch the news, it's all lies. Well, I have to watch the news because I know it's fake news, so I have to watch it so that I and we can report on it. So I have to watch it. Do I watch CNN? No. Do I watch MSNBC? No. If I ever met Rachel Maddow, I would probably not assault her, but I would spit in her general direction, like on the ground. All right, so I'm not into any of that stuff. But I think Fox is doing a pretty good job, and I'm not even a Republican. I'm just telling you right now. Zygo says the shadow knows. That could be taken multiple different ways. When Zyga Magica says the shadow, there's the shadow man, there's the shadow creatures, there's all kinds of... He could mean the deep state, aka the shadow. We need to get a little bit more specific there. That's a fun one, you know, just, you know, to take it back to kind of the JB realm sort of thing. Who's familiar with the Slender Man? Has anybody ever heard of the Slender Man? The Slender Man? Speaking of shadow creatures. Shadow of Love. You know what, that last battery hit just killed me, because now we have 7. Oh, A Cobra's back. CNN bias left, Fox bias right. Yeah, I actually find Fox to be pretty left these days, to be honest. Aside from Fox and Friends, and aside from Judge Jeanine and Hannity and Tucker, so I guess, you know, we're talking about significant time blocks, obviously. But when I watch Fox on Sundays, when I would, let's say weekends in general, when I watch Fox on Sundays, Saturdays, I do see a very, very leftist bias, and it didn't used to be that way. You know, they really cut down on their quote-unquote conservative, and I'm not even a conservative, by the way. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't care conservative, I don't care Republican, I don't care Democrat, I don't care liberal, I don't care about any of that stuff. You know, I process the information as I process the information. You know what I mean? But I think the biggest mistake that Fox News, and I don't know if you guys agree, and I don't want to offend any women, I don't want to make any, I certainly don't want to lose any viewers over this, but I think what they did to Bill O'Reilly was disgraceful. Personally. I'm not saying you guys should believe that. That's why I'm throwing it out into the ether in order for you to kind of, comment on it, etc., etc. But I think what they did to Bill O'Reilly was a disgrace. You know, out of the tens of thousands, hundreds of, probably millions, let's take it up to millions. You know, men want to fuck women, most men want to fuck women. So they, say things and do things. And it's like, as far as I know, he never grabbed anybody. There was never anything physical. There was never anything direct. It's just like, oh, he said something I didn't like, and they threw him off the air. You know why? Because Fox wanted to get rid of him off the air, probably because he was the highest paid on the network, in order to redistribute his, salary to other folks. Call me a conspiracy theorist, call me whatever you want. I'm just telling you. I really think that's what happened. I think they were watching him for 5 years, and they go, let's just let him make one mistake, and then they're just going to hang him. And that's exactly what they did, in my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. That's why I'm throwing it out to you guys in order for, an honest debate. I loved Bill O'Reilly. I think it was awesome, to be honest. Did I agree with that? I don't agree with anything anybody, by and large, says. We have to form our own opinions. So did I agree with everything? Did I sit down? Was I a Billy bot? Every single day watching Bill O'Reilly going, yes, 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 with pom-poms in my hand? No. But what I will say is that when you see someone who generates that much revenue for a company, and and this is just my opinion, pretty mild came out, pretty mild. Oh, he flirted with me. Oh, he this and that. And then they just cut him. I think there was a darker agenda behind the scenes. They either wanted to stop paying him what they were paying him, or they want to take the Fox News network more liberal, or maybe a combination of the two. Because these things always happen in twos and threes. It never comes, you know, as one-off events, right? So that's just my opinion. And with that, I'll take your questions and comments. Go. 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 Yeah, record whatever you want, man. Use a cassette, use a video camera, do whatever the hell you want. And then just upload it. Who cares? It's like the easiest thing. It takes 2 seconds, especially if you have a smart device. A Cobra says a combination. Okay. I agree. Warner owns Fox now, and they are total left. Is that... What's the first... I need a first name. Is that Bill Warner? Because I know they basically kicked Roger Ailes in the nuts. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, that's fucked up. All right, let me read Stephanie first, and then I'll get to Sigmund. I watch all kinds of news, form my opinions, compare notes, and not absolute in my beliefs. Myself as well. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I've been on the internet for 17 fucking years, putting together all this shit. But I'm just telling you. I mean, I watch people like Rachel Maddow. I watch people like, who's that blonde cunt on CNN? The one with the very, very shrill voice. The hell's her name? Dana Lash? Is it Dana Lash? Someone give me a 1. I think it's Dana Lash. No. Dana Bash. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm retarded. Dana Bash. I mean, you just watch that show. It's a constant hit. It's a constant hit. And you know what? She's very attractive. I want to like her. I really want to like her. But I can't do it. I can't do it because I look at the mind. You know, I'm certainly not a perfect person. Nobody is, right? But what she does on the air, I mean, she's influencing millions of people. And it's just leftist garbage. And that's why their ratings are totally friggin' failing. It's ridiculous. Dana Bash. She's so cute. Why can't she? Or at least fair, you know what I mean? I'm not saying she has to be a Trump supporter. I'm not saying she has to, you know... I mean, it's her show. She can do what she wants. But she's so friggin' left. It's obnoxious. And it's constant. It's constant. When did news shows become... You know, I'm 33. I certainly have a lot more to learn, but I know a couple things about this world. When was it okay for reporters to be so biased? I mean, I thought reporters were supposed to report the news. You know? I remember that. Even I do. I've been watching the news since I was 4 years old. And I remember when they were unbiased. It's just the craziest thing. Justin, you need something? No. Oh, you good? All right. I'm just yelling at my audience right now about CNN. Ah, great point. Which I already knew, by the way, but Sigmund says, when the owners became friends with the politicians. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of new politicians coming in now, so what you really mean is when they became friends with the political establishment. That's what you really mean. Sigmund says 1. Yeah, there's a lot of new. Let's see how they turn out, man. That's all I can say. Let's see how they turn out. You know, what I want to see, what I really want to see, and what frankly I'm a little bit kind of reserved about is, and I'm just going to let all of you guys know that we're going to take a little bit of a turn here down to the more JB type stuff. Okay? So we got Trump elected. We got him elected. Okay? Take that, put it in a box, put it in a certain part of your brain. Just let it sit there like an ice cube that never melts, okay? Trump is a builder. He builds, or has built, massive, massive skyscrapers, right? Look at Trump Tower, look at all around the world, look at it all. Why he has not, because I'm not a Trump lackey. You know, I hit him when he's wrong. Why the hell has Trump not come out with something about 9/11? Being a builder and knowing that buildings don't fall like that. What the fuck is going on here, folks? I voted for the guy. What the hell's going on here, folks? This is important to ask because it's literally going to dictate, you know, the next 4 to 8. I think, by and large, with folks like us, who all got behind him. Sigmund says paid actors. Well, yeah, most of them are paid actors. Everybody knows that at this point. Anyone with a fucking brain knows that at this point. Stephanie says he doesn't want to alienate people. Okay. Well, when you're talking about the biggest crime in the history of the world, aside from fake World War II, which did happen, but the reasons were totally fake, and what they teach in the history books is garbage. Aside from World War II, the biggest crime in the history of the world is September 11th, 2001. And yet the president that I voted for won't fucking talk about it. At all. At all. At all. He still thinks an imaginary man in a cave who died of kidney failure in a CIA-controlled hospital in Pakistan in December of 2000. Let me say that again slower. Apparently, unless he's lying to us, unless the president's lying to us, apparently Trump still believes that September 11th, 2001 was done by an imaginary dead person named Osama bin Laden, aka Tim Osman, CIA asset, known CIA asset, talked about all the time. Plenty of information out there. Plenty of information out there. Who passed away from kidney failure in a CIA hospital in December of 2000 in the country of Pakistan. And yet they said Osama bin Laden was sitting back, watching the attacks happen. He was dead more than a year. I mean, give me a fucking break, folks. What the hell? You know, at a certain point, this stuff is all going to come out. You know, if you put the pot on boil and put the lid on at a certain, you know, like a pressure cooker lid, and you turn the flame on, at a certain point, that pot's not going to boil over. It's going to explode. And the American people are going to be, and the world, frankly, is going to be furious. I wouldn't even say the world so much as the American people, because the world already knows. Most of them, they tell us, they go, yeah, you guys did that to yourselves, you cunts. And then you invaded the Middle East for no reason. I mean, literally. This is not conjecture. This is all verifiable from other world leaders of other countries. Stephanie says the truth will hopefully come out, JB. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Otherwise, I give the U.S. 5 years at best. 5 years at best. Stephanie Medina says the guy who said he shot him was lying. I don't know. I haven't gotten into this new Florida thing yet. I know relatively nothing about it. All I know is I think 4 casualties and the guy's on the run. That's all I know. That's all I know. I can't comment on something until I research it all the way, you know, to its core kind of thing. Dick Rendell says, well, Stephanie says, hey, Vicky. Vicky says, hey there. Dick Rendell says, why do you think they bury stuff for 50 years before they release it? They hope the next generations will forget about it or not know. Yeah. Yeah, classic cover-up. No, I get it. I know that. I didn't need to hear that from Dick Rendell, but I'm glad he said it. I'm glad he said it. Vicky Carroll, hey, from A Cobra. Vicky Carroll, hi, Stephanie. Stephanie Medina. No, Bin Laden, I mean. All right, because it's moving too fast. I'm kind of losing, you know, because it's vertical, and then I have to go back, and then someone says something here, and it's about something up there, and so it's a little hard to decipher when it gets. And I'm not complaining about the busyness. I'm just telling you. Dick Rendell says it was for everyone else. Zygo says, hi, Vicky, Stephanie, and Dick. Hi, Zygo from Dick. Nice. Look, all I'm saying is if it comes... there goes the phone sideways. Look, all I'm saying is that if it comes out in 2 days, if it comes out in 2 years, if it comes out in 6 months, if it comes out in 5 years, if it comes out in 50 years, you know, it's like, for example, everybody knows this. Anyone with a brain fucking knows that Franklin Delano Roosevelt allowed Pearl Harbor to happen because for some reason the international bankers wanted America involved in World War II. And that's come out. That's in history books. They teach that in 3rd and 4th grade and 5th grade now. All right? So does that mean that in 20 years, 30 years, 50 years that they're going to be teaching 9/11 was an inside job in the history books in school? In like elementary school? Do you think that's going to happen? Dick Rendell says, nah, they wouldn't. Okay. I think they might. So I disagree with Dick on that. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying I think they might. Maybe. But it's only going to happen after all. It's only going to happen after all of these criminals in government are taken for granted. Look, and you guys all know this. I tapped someone's bumper. I had a couple drinks. I got in a little bit of trouble. It's going to cost me some money. I'll get away with it, okay? But I feel like I did the worst thing in the world, okay? These people kill fucking millions. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You know why? Because they're a part of the fucking Illuminati. They're literally above the law. It's a double standard of law. One standard for them, and one standard for us, the plebes, the workers. It's disgusting. They take our taxes and then they just abuse us. It's the craziest thing. You know, when you learn about this stuff in the entire, you know, gyroscope of everything, that, or a kaleidoscope, I should say, of information that exists on the internet, and when you're able to put it all together, when you can put it all together, and it's not going to take a year, it's not going to take 6 months. I've been doing this stuff for 17 years, okay? So I know a couple things about this world. You know what I mean? These people are fucking criminals and need to go to jail. They're not just criminals like somebody who stole a pair of socks or something like that. They're friggin' war criminals. They're friggin' war criminals. Obama too. Obama too. Not just Bush, Obama as well. And Hillary Clinton probably would have been worse than both. You know, at a certain point, we really need to... And am I a fan? Because you have to give criticism where criticism is due. Am I a fan of Trump's strike on Syria? I am not. Not at all. I say leave him alone. If he wants to allegedly, which that, you know, the jury's still out on that one. But if Bashar al-Assad wants to allegedly gas attack his own people, what the fuck does the United States have business going in there, bombing the shit out of them? I mean, it's a sovereign country. If he wants to kill his own people, allegedly, which, you know, like I said, the jury's still out on that one, but if he allegedly wanted to do that, what is it our business going in there to be the world's dad, to be the world's police? It's like, let him do it. It's like, let him do it. Because then what eventually is going to happen, it's a large enough country, is they're going to have a fucking revolution. And they'll take out their quote-unquote president, Assad, and they'll put in somebody else. It's like, leave them alone. You know, terrible things, atrocities have been happening since people have been happening, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not making excuses for Bashar al-Assad's, you know, actions. I'm not making excuses for them at all. But it's like, at a certain point, what is our fucking business going into other countries and trying to be the world's police? We're not, and we shouldn't be. And if Trump goes into Syria, I am going to abandon his ass in 2 fucking seconds. I'm just telling you that right now. 27 and 11, that's nice. Good numbers. Take your comments here. Hi, Katana. Vicky says they control everything. Correct, to a degree. That's another conversation. The information age is really changing that. Hell yeah. I wouldn't be doing this kind of crap if I was not able to have access to the internet, you know? Back when I was 17 up until now, I wouldn't be doing this. No, I would have no idea. I'd be going, yeah, Osama bin Laden did 9/11. I'd be one of them, like a bobblehead. Sigmund says, here where I live, the government literally hires sociopaths to work at workers' compensation. Well, number one, welcome to sociopaths, because they would love a job like that. And number two, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. Because sociopaths are the worst. I love it when sociopaths and psychopaths, they say, oh, we're just flawed people. We're just... No, you're not. You're mentally ill, and you screw everything up. And then you go to work for government, and you're pieces of filth, and you literally need to go to hell. Fuck sociopaths. Stephanie says the internet is... A Cobra says, yes, agree, Dick. Stephanie says the internet is great for us that want to ask questions. Yes, it is. Apart from really teaching yourself to know where to look, you can find anything you want. You can find anything you want. And you get folks like me. I mean, my stuff is really turned into more of like a talk show and an opinion back and forth. I kind of just take questions from the audience and, you know, we just move on. It's actually a pretty mild show. If I really wanted to do an extreme show on things like Sandy Hook and 9/11, I would have to go find a bunker, because I would do 1 hour and 45 minutes of just pure screaming. Literally. Literally. You don't want to know what I know. Vicky says they pulled off the first depression. A few families got all the wealth. Yes, top ones being the Rothschilds and the Lords in England. A lot of it went overseas. Oh, nice. Blackie just went live. All right, guys, I can finally cut my stream and we can watch Blackie. He just went live right now. Who's going to watch Blackie Fitzpatrick's show? Press 1. Go. Go. Quickly. Go. Because I want to get over there. Who's coming over to Alec Whittier, a.k.a. Blackie? Nice. 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 All right, if anybody's any final comments, we're going to cut in 20 seconds, and then I'll see you guys at Alec Whittier Show Live. No, thank you, Thor. Thanks for being here. And also Stephanie and Sigmund and Zygo. And A Cobra and Vicky. Stephanie, Sigmund, all y'all. Thanks for being here, yo. All right, so we're going to cut in 10, and then I'll see you guys at Blackie Fitzpatrick's show. I just got the YouTube alert. And I have some good batteries, so I can go back to the garage, which is good. Probably pissing off my roommate right now. That's why I try to at least keep my voice down a little bit. All right. All right, you guys ready? We're going to go to Blackie Fitzpatrick's show. Let's do it. We're going to cut in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, y'all. I'll see you over there. Later.